Hello, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Blue and Gold Army podcast. As in this episode, I'm going to be talking about the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles versus Parramatta Eels round for review here, and I'm also going to go through a quick preview in my predictions for this Saturday's match against the Dragons back at home against our former player, a home welcoming for King Gutho there, where he will be face up against us for the first ever time, and also for Zach Lomax. He will also face up against his old club there for the first ever time. But if you are brand new to the podcast itself, go make sure to follow us on Spotify, on YouTube as well, and make sure to give a like throughout the video, or however you're watching or listening to this podcast right now, and also follow us on Instagram as well for the latest news, rumors, and also discussions as well. And we will keep you updated as much as possible. And yeah, so I do want to give you guys a quick update throughout posting the episodes on the podcast weekly wise. So I figure out that I think the best time for me to do a podcast and that is basically on Wednesday. Yes, I know that if we do have games on Thursday, I might maybe do it a bit earlier. It all depends. So yeah, because with so much things going on, I mean, this week is my last week for TAFE. I mean, it's my last week for TAFE for term one, and then I get a 2 week holiday. So I think the frequency and also the efficiency of uploading the episodes are gonna be much more easier, much more quicker for me. So that's great for me. So I don't need to stress about TAFE and that at the same time. But I will try and make sure to get TAFE work as early as possible to try and get the episodes out for you guys much more earlier. So I do need to keep up with those efforts and that. So I do apologize for my lack of effort there throughout the first couple of weeks. But hey, I am quite new to the podcast game, so it is still going to take quite some time. So yeah, just let me know, guys, on what feedback that I can do to promote the podcast much more better. And yeah, well, let's crack into it, as we're going to go through the review for the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles game at Brookvale Oval on Sunday during my E Day. So yeah, so this game kicked off here at 4 or 5 p.m. Yeah, we had a pretty good defensive start. We had a few good defensive sets there. As of course, going through the play-by-play here, as I'm gonna get the NRL app here, just to memorize on what actually went through here, because yeah. So just give me a sec. So yeah, of course, when Luke Brooks puts on the bomb there, we conceded a lot of penalties and poor errors there as well, and obviously from a right edge there, I think it was Josh O'Carr. Yeah, when he came in there, he left a poor gap there, and Sean Russell got exposed there once again there, for Josh Saab to run through there with that speed there, and Isaiah Longy there, he was trying to bring down Jason Saab there, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to bring him down there. With Jason Saab just lightning with lightning speed. He outpaces Isaiah Longy there, and also for the rest of the back line there, just wide open there, and just leaving it there easily for Jason Saab to get the first points there for the Manly Warringah Seagulls there. And that try there just felt like a training session there. And yeah, I gotta say, man, like that was absolutely just poor from our right edge there. Once again there, just coming in, just way too much there. And well, the way that Josh Okar that comes in there, he's kind of a bit like Mike Isuva there, 2.0 there. Like, I'm not saying his attack is poor. Obviously, he knows on how to find the line much better compared to Mike Isuva there. And obviously, his ball carrying skills and his IQ, I mean, it can be a bit how you're going there. And I can understand on how Josh Okar can come in and defend that sometimes. But I mean, he's defending like it's not way worse to how Mike Acevo defense, but it is kind of similar to how Acevo does come in way too early, just charge in onto the centers there and just leaving the gaps there wide open there for a speeder like Jason Saab there to outpace our wingers like Sean Russell there. And I just feel like, man, like if we can possibly have maybe like Zach Lomax there, just pairing up there with Josh Okar there, I don't know why Josh Okar is playing in the centers there, just defending out of there, and it's just very poor from him, man. Like, yeah, like I don't know why. So yeah, I think it was Will Pensini that was trying to stop him, but yeah, like still like the way that Josh Okar just came in, it was just very poor there. And like, I don't know what Sam Toa is learning for these boys here as well. So, yeah, just very poor from us there from the first couple of minutes there. As going through the game there, as Manly converted a try there from long range there from Ruben Garrick there to make it 6-0. As Nathan Brown came on there, just as he comes on there, he makes a couple of runs there, but we easily just push him back there as well. And Sean Lane there just makes some poor discipline errors there. And this is where Zach Lomax here just makes a poor rating there from his center position there. He just targets Tom Travojevic there, which leaves out there for Ben Rhodes there, just to slide in there. And I believe from Zach Lomax's side, it was, I believe, I'm not too sure who brought him down there, but I think it was I think it was Joey Lussick who brought him down there, bench Roach there, just when he was about to crash himself over there. And then but basically from that point there, Zach Lomax there, he was a bit slow there when he came out from his line there to try and shut down Tom DeRoach there. And then a quick play, the ball there. He places there. They pass it out there to Tom DeRoach there. And with the NFL pass there, he passes back there to Leoi Hopewati there for a perfect position there to be luckily positioned to catch the ball there, to plant down the ball there, for another train session try there, and just once again just very exposed, poor defense there from both of our sides there. So yeah, just once again, just poor defending there from a back line there, and like you really need to ask like some serious questions there from Sam Toa there. So like we all know that the Zach Lomax center experiment is already a failure. And it's not Zach Lomax's fault, and I'm not going to blame it on Jason Rolls. Like, you could argue that it could be Sam Toa's fault. Like, I really question on how Sam Toa is trying to train these blokes here during training. And I know that Jason Rolls did say during the press conference that he is well aware that this is not the team on how they were preparing during preseason. So he is well aware that this is not the performance that he is looking for, especially in a backline defense. So I don't know what him and Sam Toa are working through, but I'm not blaming it on Jason Rolls. Like, you really got to question on how Sam Toa is really trying to get the backline defense working, especially coming from the Super League. You know, it's a whole different ball game here, comparing it to the Super League on to how it is on the NRL, a much more fast-paced game. So they really got to get the backline defense sorted, and I think for Sam Toa, it's a much more big a challenge as what he might have expected, because I believe during his interview, Sam Toa, that his challenge to improve the defense is going to be a long journey. So yeah, well, I think it's going to take some time, but look, with some twinkling, some switching around with the backline position there. Look, I believe that Zach Lomax, he doesn't need to be on the wing there. But for some weird reason there, like Jason Rolls still believes that Zach Lomax is still processing to be a better defender when shifting himself there at times during the game there, between wing and also during the centers as well. And like I hope for this Saturday, for the team list coming out, that Babe Simonson does come in there for Sean Russell, and that I hope that for this Saturday, which I will go through, that either Sean Russell comes out, or maybe Josh Papali'i might come in on the wing there and may possibly fill in there for either one of our wingers there, for Sean Russell there. So we'll see what happens there. If either Babe Simonson is either going to replace Sean Russell there on the wing there, or he will replace Russell, and then maybe Zach Lomax might have a shift out to the wing there, which I'm not guaranteeing that's going to happen, which I know that's a pretty wild move. And look, I know that a lot of people are very frustrated with Jason Rolls not making big risky moves or some critical moves there. But look, he's trying some things out, and like he really is forcing into the plays there to show some commitment. And I'm not saying that all of our mistakes there are from our backline there. Look, we still know from this game so far, as I'm still going through, that Sean Lane is a has-been, and he's 30 years old. And just forget about Ryan Madison and Bryce Cora, guys, because those two are absolute has-beens as well, and they're well aware past the primes there as well, playing New South Wales Cups there, just getting their bags there, and just going along their days there with the money there, with whatever their lifestyle is, playing for a big franchise club there, just not giving a crap there for the badge or either for the colours anymore, to how they were committed there in 2022 when we made it to the grand final. And as we all know, and I'm going to say again, the Bray Alpha Club is slowly getting cleaned up here from Jason Rolls. And look, he is trying to try out some things. And as I said before, trust the process. It's going to take some time, but by time and also by next season, I believe we're going to see the Bray Alpha boys be well and truly swept by Jason Rolls, and at some time throughout mid or either the end of the season, expect some axes being thrown onto the Bray Alpha's boys, like Dylan Brown. As we have heard here from Jason Rolls during the press conference, yes, he will be playing for us and also starting for us until the end of the season, but he will let us know some changes if needed. So he's not saying that he's guaranteeing or it's confirmed that he will be starting for every single game. At number 6, we never know. Like Dylan Walker might be able to start at number 6 for us during one or particular game. If Dylan Brown somehow has a suspension or has an injury, which we all pray on. But as for now, Dylan Brown is going to play a long-term 5'8" until Mitch and Moses come back. And that's going to be the time where Dylan Brown needs to step up, and he needs to prove himself that he is the 5'8" that we all expected him to be before he ships off to Newcastle to go and collect his $1.3 million there for a decade to be wasted with his talent there as a failure. So, yeah, until things start to change here throughout our attack here and also our leadership here, it's going to be very hardly for us here to get a true and convincing win. Like, I do see us getting a win somehow without Mitch and Moses, maybe, and potentially, maybe this week against the Dragons. But it will be an ugly win. Let's ensure of that. So, yeah. So, moving back to the game here against Manly here, after the try there from Levi Hopewai there, where was I? So Levi Hopewai, he scored a try there to make it 10 points to nil. Garrick does miss the conversion there. And Sean Lane, once again, makes the dumbest and most retarded errors there, and also discipline errors there once again. And Gary takes the penalty shot there to make it 12 points to nil. Benja Roach there makes a dangerous tackle there. I believe on Isaiah Longi there, I believe. And we get some momentum going there as Dan Kerr there comes on to replace there for June Bowler there on the 22nd minute there. And Ethan Bullimore there, he comes on there for CCY So it's Hacky out of there. Even Bullimore makes a line break there. But Tom Toroich there, he makes an error there. As Joseph Bunga there makes it a dangerous tackle there. On one of our boys there. I'm not too sure who. I think it might have been on. I think it might be on one of our forward packs there. I believe, or it might have been on either Longy or someone else. But anyways, we win another penalty there. So we get some luck there for our momentum there once again. Sam Tuivasa there comes on there for Joe Offengelli there. He was running as strongly as always. Jake Semkin there comes on there for Jazz Tavanga, which I thought that Jake Semkin there, like, I don't know why we just let him some. I don't know why we just left him with some space there. To get a couple of dummy half running meters there, which I thought that Jake Semkin there for the Seagulls there was not that bad there. Like, he had a couple of good dummy half runs there, and like, he has some pretty good ideas to expose a middle forward defense there quite a bit there. So yeah, I was a little bit frustrated there. So once again, like, that was during the first half there. As the rain came down there on the 30th minute there, Isaiah Longy there, he makes his first ever poor reality check error there when the wet conditions started to settle in. But luckily enough, Zach Lomax there, he forces the error there out of Tom DeRoach there, and yeah, I believe, I don't think it was a hamstring injury. I think it was, what was the injury that was starting to affect again? Just give me a sec, guys. I'll check it while I'll be right back. So he suffocated a knee. He started to really affect the knee injury. I'll go into his knee injury in the second half, but moving on. So a few minutes in there, it was back and forth there with the errors there from both sides there. We had a set restart there. And Zach Lomax there, he had a chance there as well. But as he was about to pass there to Joshua Okai there, he makes the error there, unfortunately, and he drops the goal there. And our execution there, once again there, like, our build-up there was pretty quality there with the offloads there. And Longy was trying to pass it out there to Zach Lomax there, or I believe it was from Dylan Brown. Either one of them. Our execution was once again poor, and yeah, another big opportunity goes there big in there to get our first points there of the game there to compete in there. So yeah. A few minutes going by there, Corey Wadle comes there for Tom Toroich there as it was half time. It was half time, 12 points to nil, and yeah. In the second half there, Tom Toroich there, he had to be replaced there for Corey Wadle there, and he had to get a knee scan there, and it was confirmed that he was out for the rest of the game there. So that's very unfortunate there for the Seagulls there, but a massive boost for us to get some points in there as well. So yeah. So at this point, you would reckon that we will score some points and actually get into this game to actually compete. But no, of course, in the second half, Sean Lane concedes a ruck infringement there after an error there from Will Pinacini. And a set restart there for the Seagulls there. But luckily enough, Baltimore makes an error there a couple of seconds later. Sam Tuivasa, unfortunately, makes an error there. But then we get the ball back there. Sean Russell there. He also makes an error there. And once again, Sean Lane with the poor discipline there and just laziness defending from him. And yeah, just the same old crap there from Sean Lane. Just laying more possession there for the Seagulls come through there and just wasting our energy there. Just to get the Seagulls just more momentum and more great field position there to score some more points there just to secure the win here and just make it late for us to even score some points there to even get back into or to even get into this competition in the first place. So yeah. A couple of minutes later there, Joe Offengawi there, when trying to Guyman there, thankfully came on there for Sean Lane there. Joe Offengawi there, he finds a space there, and crashed himself there over there to make it our first points there for the game there to make it 40 points to 4. And it did win up there for. The try was confirmed there, but some people did speculate that he might have been held up there. But I mean, good on him for scoring on his 200 game there. He did work his ass off there. Just put on a big hit there. I think it was on. I'm not too sure on who he put on the big hit on. Off from the kickoff there when they scored. Off from kickoff there, I think when they scored the second try there. I'm not too sure, but he put on a big hit on someone. But yeah, like so far, Joffa was making the most strongest tackles in my opinion. And I know a lot of people wanted to give him some crap there. Yeah, I know that his performance there from round one was quite lazy. But as the weeks went off there, man, like I thought that Joe Offengawi there has improved a lot there as what he was there from round one. So yeah, and look, like people have got to like remember that Joe Offengawi was one of our best players from last season. So yeah, look, very strong runs there from Joe Offengawi there. He was playing for his 200 game there, and I thought he was very committed during this match here. As Zach Lomax there, after his try there, he makes it 6 points to 14, and Josh Alloway there comes on there for from Bullimore there as Riley Smith there makes a huge line break there throughout the middle there, and he sees some support. And he sees some support there, right on his side there with Zach Lomax there, and unfortunately, Zach Lomax there, he chokes it there, and he misses an execution there, once again there for another big miss opportunity there to score some more points there, on the board there to get us closer here, to get a big comeback here against the Seagulls. So, yep. But as DCE puts up the bomb there, Sean Roster there makes the error there. But thankfully enough, when Ola Kawatu was trying to get close to a red zone there and to possibly score a try there. thankfully enough, we targeted Ola Kawatu the same way as what we targeted Sitili to Panua from the week before. So at least we're doing a fantastic job targeting our opposition stars, back rows there, like your Sitili Tupanua, and also Ola Kawatu. So at least we're targeting some star players there to not score there. But as we force the error there, just coming out there from Ola Kawatu there, Kotoga does unfortunately make an error there a couple of seconds when we get the ball back there. But Corey Wadle there, he does get a line break there and just a very soft try there, just to concede there, and he makes it 80 points to 6 there. Just coming off from the bench there, and just very poor there, man. Like very disappointed there. Just to concede against a guy who doesn't really get them many minutes there, or even get so many runs from him. Just to concede against him, so it's very soft there. To concede against Corey Wade there, the same way as we conceded the same 2 tries there, and also the week before against Sulaka against the Bulldogs there, throughout the middle there. So yeah, once again there, similar errors there to concede there as Garrick there. He converts the try there to make it 20 points to 6. Jake Roach there, he comes on there for Nathan Brown there. Dean Hawkins there, as we've been forced a goal line dropper there. He gets a goal line dropper there for us there, and Tulatu Koala there makes a line break there to make it 24 points to 6. And he goes through there to make it 24 points to 6. And Sean Lane there, he comes on there for June Barlow there. I don't know why we bring back on Sean Lane there. But of course, he came off there for a HIA there, Sean Lane. So yeah, I would rather just kept him off there. So yeah, Garrick there, he gets the conversion there to make it 26.6. After Koala there, just easily goes over there, just exposing our backline defense there. I believe from Sean Russell there and Will Persini there, just leaving that bag gap there. And once again, Sean Russell's defense there has been overall poor there. And yeah, I don't know why or what Sam Toa, as I said before, is teaching Sean Russell, or either we need like Zach Lomax on the wing over there, or just shift over. Yeah, man, like it's just very questionable, man. Like you either put Zach Lomax on the wing there with Will Pensini, or you can maybe try and put Joyce Papali in there. But once again, man, like, do you pair him up there? Do you pair up Josh Papali on the wing there with Will Pensini, or do you pair up Zach Lomax there with Will Pensini there as well? And you possibly just bring in Joyce Papali there as a utility, and then you start Dylan Walker in the number 6 there as the experienced utility there. So yeah, like there's many more headaches there for Jason Rolls to go through there, especially with the defending, with that to chase up with still. So yeah, many questions to still be asked. And look, I will get into Jason Rolls thoughts there more from the press conference after I go through more of the game here as yes, it was 26.6 there, and not nothing too much here. With us making errors here, back and forth here, but hilariously enough, when Isaiah Longy there, when he threw out a long pass out there to Sean Russell there to score the try there. Well, apparently it was forward, but I mean I'm not. I thought it was fine there. It might have flowed forward there, maybe. So yeah, but yeah, but I mean, like, in my opinion, like that should have been a try there for Sean Russell and the time day of the week there. So I'm not too sure why it was ruled a forward pass there for Sean Russell there from Isaiah Longy's pass there. So I mean, if that was Gutherson, I mean, for sure that was going to be a forward pass. But we've rarely even seen so far from Isaiah Longy that he can possibly make a forward pass there. I mean, if that was Zach Lomax there, he would have just panicked there to make a forward pass there, since he's not going too well at centre there, where he could shift himself there out from the wing any time there, comfortably just shifting himself there back at centre there. But I guarantee you, looking at real speed time, that was not a forward pass there from Isaiah Longy there. So yeah, the referee today, in my opinion, like he let Manly get away with a couple of forward passes there. I thought that there was a couple of ruck fragments there that should have gone away there, but of course, like yeah, I can ramble about the referees' decisions all I want, but it's not going to change the fact that it's just the same old questions again and again. And look, I thought our attack, man, like it was so irritating, and like it just wanted to make me vomit, man. Like it was kind of like the same thing as it was with Melbourne, just conceding tries like it's a training session. Like, yeah, sure, it was a bit of mix from how we performed against Melbourne and also against the Bulldogs the week before, but still, like, to still see us hilariously still see Dylan Brown put in a grubber kick out of all the players to let Sean Lane come in and just score the points there and just call it a day and just get the bags and then just say, okay, well, another match has been completed. At least we scored a try. So we're going to get stars. So who cares what our fans are going to think about us, about Jason Rolls and this and that. I mean, they're going to target Jason Rolls and that, but Jason Rolls is not going to listen to them. So, I mean, like, who cares? I mean, we scored a try. Dylan Brown got a try assist. I mean, it's happy days, right? Well, I mean, like, it's the same old crap, man, with these players, with the Bro Alpha Club, with the same crappy attitude, just not showing up there, lack of leadership there, poor communication there, and like I feel bad for Joey Offengawi there. June Bolo, like I don't know why there's a couple of people like I'm gonna call out some people here, and I have no regrets here of calling them out. So if they do call me out, if I call them out, I don't really give a crap. So I'm going to call out a particular podcaster or content creator on social media, and his name is Joel Johnston, aka League of Inches. Mate, listen. Like, you can criticize Junior Bolo as much as you want, But in my opinion, like you're completely wrong about Junior Bolo, about him not improving on his game. Like he is absolutely trying his absolute best with the amount of offloads that he's trying to get the flow of our attack going. Yes, I know that his offloads can be a bit over all over the place in that. But in my opinion, I like with the amount of tackles and with the amount of commitment that him and Joe Offengowie are showing, at least these two are showing more commitment than Dylan Brown and Sean Lane. So, like, at least there are some players in there that do want to step up. I mean, Junior Bolo, as a captain, like, he's trying his best, man. But for the rest of the players, like, yes, look, we have seen some younger individuals like Isaiah Longy trying his best there, and also Riley Smith there, Kotoga there. Even though he can make some errors there and some poor ball handling errors there, but we've seen that from him before there during the trials there, and also Charlie Guyman there trying his absolute best there with Sam Tuivati. Who else? Like that's all I can name, bro. Like Will Pensini trying his best there, and Dean Hawkins as well. Like it's just them just putting them so under pressure because our other leader who should be conducting the team here, Dylan Brown, is not conducting the attack. Yes, I will give him this. He wasn't that bad in the first half when he played not a bad running game, which that was the only positive and the only time that we made a breakthrough to get some points on the board, promising wise. But of course, the Zach Lomax experiment is let us down from that point. But I'm sure that Jason Rolls is going to fix that error there. But Jason Rolls did talk during the press conference that during the last 5 minutes of our attack there, he did question the boys, how come that we can show up and play well during those last 5 minutes and not put that into a full 80 minutes there. And that's something that he really needs to talk to about the boys there. And he also notices that our younger individuals do really need to stop putting themselves under pressure. And look, I do feel very sorry for Junior Bolo with guys like League of Inches and many other criticisms out there who want to just blame him and Joe Offengowie there just making poor mistakes there where it's not really them. They're like Joe Elastic, like like once again, like he wasn't bad, but he wasn't really getting our attack going there. And I believe with Riley Smith there, he can get our attack there going there. But, I mean, we're still seeing the full commitment there from Joe Offengowie and June Bolo there, just making their attributes there. Okay, well, I know that Joe from League of Inches did say that June Bolo does need to take some more hit-ups in that. Look, listen, mate, that's the best that, from what we have seen from the last couple of weeks, that's the best that he can do at the moment. And until Dylan Brown can be consistently standing up in that, our build-up is good, okay? Our issue where we are struggling to produce points
is our execution, and that's all coming down to Dylan Brown and also Sean Lane making things absolutely just worse for us. And when Mitchell Moses comes back, he's going to absolutely just make things. He's going to make things much more easier for us. But the question is Sean Lane and Dylan Brown going to hold him back for making things much more easier and to score even more points and to keep us in the game there, to not give momentum away there for our opposition there as well. Like, at least we didn't concede for 40 points there. So you can at least back the team there. And first of all, like, most of the points there just came from a back line there. So, yeah, like, you can't really blame a full pack there for most of the points that we could concede there. So, like, Joel, I mean, this is the best that Jason Rolls can work with at the moment, man. Like, and like, just quit your whinging, man. Like, I know that we all want changes, but like, the fact that that you want to blame Jason Rolls, saying that, oh, if he doesn't change the forward pack, oh, he's got rocks in his head and this and that. Like, mate, just stop whinging and just trust the process, okay? Like, you just gotta open your eyes and see on where the Bulldogs and the West Tigers and even the Parent Panthers, like, look on how the Parent Panthers came with Phil Good just making the 10-year or the 5-year plan or whatever the plan was, has taken them from crisis when Ivan Cleary left, and when he came back, he made the Parent Panthers home stadium not only a fortress, but transformed their system at a Melbourne Storm level type. And now we're seeing it the same way as what the Parent Panthers did. We're seeing it from the Bulldogs now, as they are sitting in first place, and now the West Tigers are now on the rise. And I truly believe that we're going to be the next team as soon as it comes. Somewhere, maybe this week against the Dragons, as the season might start this week against the Dragons, that without Mitch Moses, we might get a win. I mean, we got Dylan Walker, man. Like, dude, like, just stop your whinging and just trust the process from Jason Rolls. All right, it's not Jason Rolls' fault. Okay, it's the players that don't give a crap. It's most of the Brad Arthur boys. No, I'm not saying June Bolo or Joe Offengawi is their fault. But we all know the most of the percentage of the Brad Arthur boys, like Sean Lane, Dylan Brown, Ryan Madison, Bryce Cartwright, and many more, that just don't give a crap. And they're all aged and washed and just past the prime. And look, I still believe that Jim Bolo. I know that he is getting old, but I still believe that Joe Offengawi and Jim Bolo there is still showing some signs of commitment there, despite the age there. They're still showing there, man. Like there's a reason why Jim Bolo is captain. And, just, like, quit your whinging. I mean, like, who else is going to be captain when Dylan Brown is just going to be it's just going to be the 5'8", just for now on, until there is a change for need, as what Justin Roll said during the press conference. Like, I don't need to repeat myself 1,000 times, dude. So please, as I say for the last time, and I'm sorry that I'm repeating to you guys and also to the listeners here, but I really do need to stress you guys that you need to trust the process, and we will get a win eventually as I said during on my story on Instagram, when Mitchell Moses was ruled out throughout injury there, to not panic. So a win is going to come our way. So just wait for the result to come. And yeah, because we're going to get a win, but it's going to be ugly. But at least we're going to get some 2 points. And I'm going to tell you guys, we are not going to win the wooden spoon. So whoever whatever Paramount fan or like League of Inches or whatever type of critic is saying that we're going to get the wooden spoon. Yes, I know it's a rebuilding season, but whoever says that we're going to get the wooden spoon, they got their rocks in the head, and yeah, they can get completely stuffed. And well, either if you're a Paramount fan and you either say, what's wrong with Jason Rolls and that, well, you can get stuffed and stop supporting the club and just don't be part of the future or either of the Jason Rolls era, just like the Bravo Boys players, as I mentioned. So anyways, enough of my rant and calling out or mentioning people there. Let's move on to some other news there. Yes, I've mentioned Dylan Walk there. I believe that he's going to be a great utility play there. Rather, if we're going to see him sometimes, or surprisingly, or interesting enough, see Jason Rolls try him at lock, or either in maybe at dummy half at sometimes, maybe during this week against the Dragons, or hopefully we can see him shift him out there with Dylan Brown there at 5'8" there. So let's hope that happens there. If he is going to come on there for Dylan Brown. So yeah. But other than that, a very smart move from us. Probably the best mid signing that I've seen from an NRL perspective. So yeah, a very good mid season, and probably one of our smart moves for the season so far. So I got some high hopes here of Dylan Walker. Yes, I know his age does come in the situation where, is he still going to have it? And I know that he does have some off-field issues there in the past there during his time at Manly during 2019, but or either 2020 or whenever it was. But I still have some high hopes for Dylan Walker, and I think he's going to provide some great combinations there and some great fundamentals and combinations along the way there. So yeah, let's see on how he goes there. I think he's going to bring a big impact there. Coming off the bench there. Rather, he's coming on as a lock forward, or either as a 5'8", or maybe a hooker there. We'll see on how it goes there for this week against the Dragons. Moving on to another signing there. It's for the NRLW squad there. Yes, this is the first of time that I am going to mention some NRLW news here. So we have signed a talented rugby union player here. I think she plays for the Queensland Reds. I'll check it out. So I'll be right back, guys. So just give me a sec. So we do sign a talented athlete, and her name, I did get her name here, so it's up here on the Paramount Eels website here. So it was announced here on Wednesday, the 26th of March at 4 p.m. It was, well, it was announced. Wait, was it announced on 4 p.m. on Wednesday? I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was. So it was on the 26th of March. So it was Fleur Ginn there, and I believe she plays for the Queensland Reds. I believe she does. Let me check. Sorry about the big pause there. I'm just reading through for this article here on. Sorry. This article here. On the Paramount website here. So it says here, Fleur has spent 4 years in the Reds Rugby Sevens Academy, showcasing her skills in various international tournaments. She represented the Australia A Rugby Sevens side in Dubai, okay, Hong Kong, Japan, France, and New Zealand. So she has some very Rugby Sevens international experience. From her. So yeah, so she represented Australia there. And she won a gold there at the 2023 Global Sevens tournament. Additionally, Fleur helped secure another gold medal at the 2023 YOV Commonwealth Games in Trinidad and Tobago, defeating Canada in the final. Fleur also has a strong rugby league pedigree, having been selected for the Rugby League Schoolgirls Queensland team 3 times in 2023. She also played in the certain Razor for the State of Origin series, showcasing her talent on the big stage. Currently playing for East Tigers in the Harvey Norman competition. And Fleur is set to bring her exceptional athleticism and passion for the game to the Eels in the NRLW. And from what I heard, she is a fullback there. So that's a big boost there for a fullback position there as well. Along with our other signing there that we did sign. Her name was she was a key with Fern there. With Matt Ellie there. Signing with us after we release to the Cowboys. I'll take a look. I'll be right back. Whoever we release there. So it turned out to be Rose Kelly. I looked at the Paramount Eels website there for the NRLW there. For some weird reason, funny enough. What I noticed is that what's the name? I'll go back. So apparently, if you go onto teams and if you go onto NRLW, apparently Kate Phelan comes up as both winger and center. I'm not too sure why that's happening. I think maybe because since Rose Kelly is gone, they're trying to fix that as a glitch. So yeah, Rose Kelly. We had to release it to the Cowboys, but the fact that we got a World International Rugby Sevens talent fullback with Abby Church in there, Casey Toihiku, Kate Phelan in there. Mahalia Murphy can play centre, I guess, but I mean, she's more of a back rower, if you ask me. You also got Yasmin Baker, Azali Faye as well. So our backline depth is more looking like on how our men's backline depth is going. So yeah, both of the teams for the first grade men's and also women's team have both some very good backline depth there. So it's fantastic to see the women's team have some boost of experience in there. And obviously some great speed in there as well. So I reckon we're going to score a lot of points here against our oppositions there, as we do take on the Sharks here in 3 months' time, as we do kick off the season. I believe, let me check the draw, against the Sharks Stadium at 7:45 p.m. Free to air on nine now on KO and also on Foxtel on Thursday the 3rd of July, around 1 against the Sharks. So yeah, that's gonna be a very exciting game. Obviously we lost them just short against our former Parramatta player there, Tiani Penatani there, and obviously Kate Johnston there. I think her name was when she played for a prop for us. Yeah, look, I reckon I'm going to say this right now. With this latest edition and with our experienced forward pack and some great and some great and also with Martelli. No, she doesn't play for sorry. Just give me a sec, guys. Sorry about my slurring. I need to think. I believe that Martelli, she plays as a back row there. So yeah. Look. The fact that we gone and boosted some experience for both our back line there and obviously for a four pack there as well is seriously going to make us a premiership contender. And I'm going to say right now, and I don't want to jinx the women's team because I know that the men's team is going through a rebuild here, and we all know that the women's team and embarrassing enough, as much as I hate to say this, the women's team is a much more better quality team compared to the men's team. And I'm going to say that the NRLW team for us are going to win the premiership. And my grand final prediction, and I know it's way too early, but it is 3 months away. I reckon we're gonna win the grand final, as we are gonna verse against either the Roosters or maybe against damn. It's pretty tough. I don't believe the Knights because I mean Tamika Upton just left there, and yeah. Who else? I mean the Broncos could be a chance for the grand final. I don't know about the Dragons. I mean, with the Warriors coming back, I don't necessarily see them going a great straight away. Yes, it's very good to see the Warriors back into the NRLW there, with them just being out due to financial reasons. But it's great to see them back. But with other teams, I want to go quickly through some teams that have been added on throughout the NRLW there. The Bulldogs, with the coach just leaving out, and in seeking of another coach there, there's some serious chaos and just a mess there for the Bulldogs women team there as well. And I reckon that the Bulldogs team for the NRLW competition are going to get the wooden spoon, along with the West Tigers team. Just not really adding too much quality there for the women's team. From what I saw. Look, I think the Canberra Raiders might be down there as well, and the Titans might be just above. Dragons, I think they're going to go good, but I reckon the Cowboys, with signing with one of our backliners, Rose Kelly, and I believe they sign a couple more players there as well, and they're trying to re-sign some more players there as well. I reckon the Cowboys might get close to being a premiership contender in 2025. So yeah, I reckon both the Cowboys and the Premier Eels are going to be the most improvers in 2025. So watch out, people, because The Premier Eels women's team with the Cherry Sisters are going to rock this competition. And yeah, I'm calling right now. The Premier Eels women's team is going to win the first ever premiership in the history. So yeah, it's either going to be against the Roosters or either against the Cowboys. So yeah, that's my early and bold prediction there. And yeah, have your say, people, in the YouTube comments section, or either comment or either DM us on Instagram. Who is going to get to the grand final there for the NRLW there for 2025 season. So let's hope there's going to be more news coming up there for the NRLW season there as well. So yeah, but let's go into the quick preview there for our boys there coming up against the Dragons there for the men's squad there as well. So yeah, let's crack into it. So, come up against the Dragons here, up against Clinton Gufferson's homecoming match there. I hope all of the fans there are going to give him a cheering on there for possibly maybe the last time. He might play maybe another season there. It depends there with his knee injury issues there, just not going away there. So, yeah. So I'll go through the team list here. Of course, spoiler alert, both Sean Lane and Dylan Brown have both been named. But don't worry, there are some changes here that I'm glad to see. So let's go through our team list here. So our fullback here, Isaiah Longi, on the wings there, Sean Russell at number 2, and Josh O'Carr there at number 5. In the centres there, at number 3, Will Piscini at number 4 there, still Zach Lomax, and at number 6 there as a spoiler there, as I said before, Dealbags. Number 7 is still unchanged there, Dean Hawkins. As for the fullback, at number 8, Joe Offengelly there, and at number 10 there, until number 9 there, for our dummy half there. At number 10 there, as our captain there, Junior Bolo. And for the change for this week here, at number 9, say goodbye to Joey Lussick as he is injured, and say hello to fully fit Riley Smith. That is right, people. Riley Smith is at number 9 for this week against the St. George Illawarra Dragons there at Comex Stadium there. And I am absolutely happy and agreeing with this move here from Josh Roll. So I'm so glad that Riley Smith gets what he deserves with all the hard work that he has not only been putting in during the preseason there, that he is well fully fit there, showing he is one of our best players there for the last few weeks there as well. And I can't wait to see him possibly play a full 80 minutes there. He might shift himself out there with Dylan Walker coming on there, which I might see as a factor there. So we'll see on how it goes there. But congratulations from Riley Smith for starting at the number 9 instead of just always coming off the bench there. So yeah, well, I'm very glad for the first time for us that he's starting at number 9. All right, enough with the rambling. Let's continue. Let's continue on with the team list. So, at number 11, with a back rows there, it is Kitoni Kotoga there, and of course, it's switched around here. Is it? Oh no, it's still the same thing. Sean Lane at number 11 there. 12 Tony Katoga, and a lock there, Jermaine Hopgood. On the bench there, making his debut there in the blue gold colours there, it is Dylan Walker. No, not Dylan Brown, Dylan Walker. So very exciting to see the highly class experience representative there, Kiwi representative there, making his debut, be very versatile there, possibly making a huge impact there, coming off the bench there, which I do see him making, and can be a possible key for us there, along with Riley Smith there, starting at number 9 there, to getting our first ever win there. So yeah, that's it on how it goes there. So I'm very excited on how this is this is going to pan out here for a Saturday night there against Clinton Gufferson side there. So yeah, at number 15, guess who's back? Back again. Luca's back. Tell a friend. Yes, that is right. Our little machine stallion, Luca Moretti, is back here, and I'm absolutely just over the moon that we needed some balance in a bench there, and some great backup there to come off the bench there with Sam Tuivasa there as well. Even though I would have recommended Charlie Guyman there. But going through the list there, with Dan Kerr, as of a spoiler at number 17 there, you do need someone to replace on there for either Arthur Gowie or for June Bolo there, and Jason Rolls had to do it, so I do understand why he had to drop Charlie Garmer there, as he is going to be number 19 there, but Josh Publi there is 80th man there, number 20, Bay Simonson there. Can he come on there for either replacing Sean Russell or either coming on for Russell and shifting there with either Penasini or either with Zach Lomax there? We have to wait and see for the late mail team list change there. So I hope there are going to be some late changes there during this Saturday. So I can't wait for that. Number 21, Brandon Hands there. And at number 22 there, Ronald Volkman. So some very good reserves there. I can't wait to see some late changes there. So yeah, this is possibly our best ever team list yet, compared to the last couple of weeks here. So there are some positives to go through this week. Yes or no, we still have Dylan Brown and Sean Lane being named in there, and still Zach Lomax there playing in the centres. But still, overall, it's not a bad team list. And don't be surprised if we do get our first ever win here. But unfortunately, look, man, with Riley Smith there, I reckon this is going to be a big helping hand there for forward pack there to start off strong there. Not only defensively but also attacking wise there. I mean, as I said, Arthur Gowie and both Junior Bolo, I thought they both show the best there from last week. But I'm just hoping when Dylan Walker comes on there, I'm hoping that he is going to create some combinations, hoping mostly with the back line there, and create some confidence there for Longy there, and obviously maybe for Simonson there, if he does come on there for the late change there, to execute the plays there, and possibly get Longy to throw some some kind of passes there out there to Josh Okar, who we all know can find the line there, exactly on how he did there against the Canterbury Bankers Bulldogs there, against his former club there, and possibly Lomax there as well against his former club there, which, as my prediction, and it's gonna be bold. I have Zach Lomax there as our first try scorer there against his former club there. Unfortunately, as the anytime try scorer there, I'm gonna have I'm gonna have Christian Tuipulotu. Unfortunately, as my anytime try scorer there, I just still don't believe that our backline defense there, especially on how Zach Lomax there has been forced there to be shifting himself there out on the wing there, which with Joshua Khan there, like how is he going to shift himself out on the wing there? Like, is Joshua Khan going to play in the sense there? And that is why I believe that you should bring in Simonson at centre there. Swap Zach Lomax there with Will Pensini. Put Zach Lomax there on the wing and put Bay and Simonson in the centres and Bob Shankle. And you can just bring on Dylan Walker as an impactful player there. If Longy can somehow get some points on the board there and get Josh Okar to find the line there and to at least keep ourselves there in the game here with Ryan Smith there, just getting so many recepts there, getting Joe Offengelli there, and Drew Barlow there, again Luca Moretti and Sam Tuivai there, just running strong and also defending strong throughout the middle there. And I think this could be our best ever performance yet. And I think this is going to be the closest that we are going to get our win here. But unfortunately, until I see it, unfortunately, I'm going to predict the Dragons, Clint Govison, unfortunately, to get the win against us here, 22 points to 16. But for my bold prediction, I hope we get the win with us instead, with us getting the win 22 points to 16 instead of the Dragons. So yeah, and that's all I had to say, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys do enjoy episode 5. I believe it is. I think this is episode 6. My mistake. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this episode for the Blue and Gold Army podcast. And yeah, I hope to make more episodes like this on a Wednesday. So yeah, make sure to check our Instagram page here for more latest news, rumors, and discussion posts here. And make sure to check us out here and listen to our latest episodes on Spotify and also on YouTube as well, if you want to see the pictures on whatever we're talking about, and comment on there as well, and just comment your opinions on what we are talking about, and just let us know about the feedback, if our script is all over the place or if the segments need to be structured. I will pull out some chapters throughout on YouTube. Sorry about my stuttering there, but yeah, that's it from me. Up the Blue and Gold Army, and as of always, the Blue and Gold Army podcast signing out.